Can't wait for mental war to end. Ultimate reality is benevolent, cheering the distraction to the game of pretend. Grateful there will be no way for it to mend. I'll be your reason, change will be pleasing. Watching ego weaken and truth is sweetened by her completion. Cause the world's depletion and love's gifts cohesion. Flow gently breezing, tenderly waving her expertise. Feel her demeanor enacting new decrees, giving a higher level of degree, ushering in a brand new season. Call is never ceasing, forcing birth new guarantees. Now balancing peace and harmony, never to cheat or need to compete. The inner work is soothing, illusion removing. There'll be no treason, I'll be your reason. Freedom's release is proceeding. Putting on the full armor of love, Amor. Putting on the whole armor of truth, Ephesians 6, is an esoteric call to consciously embody sublime attributes. Truth, Christ's material consciousness, the abode of soul, the only presence. Righteousness, the righteous heiress avatar. Peace, no self, anatta, enlightened. Trust, the unified awakened consciousness. And the word silence. The full armor signifies protecting against self-deception by being anchored, individual materialism consciousness, Padmasambhava, the higher rather than physical mental states. The quest is often prepared for at the level of the subconscious before the real work of purification is begun with Athena, personified wisdom. The olive tree is Athena's sign of purity. The esoteric components of the armor is the belt of truth, signifying inner integrity and aligning with inner reality, securing all other aspects. 1. The belt in Greece is termed the zoni, a form of girdle or belt, signifying individual materialism consciousness, Padmasambhava. 2. The breastplate of righteousness, protection by aligning with the sublime rather than external circumstances, the righteous heiress avatara, the truth light. The battle begins from the first step on the path, from the point at which one turns inward. This is why Athena, as wisdom, is fully armed and armored from birth. 3. The shoes of peace represent the grounding required on the journey to truth, which provides firm footing. 4. The shield of faith gives protection from negative thoughts and deceptive energy. This shield associated with Athena known as Aegis, represents inner wisdom, absolute protection, and solar authority, signified by placing Medusa's head on her shield. Athena transforms destructive, chaotic forces into a protective tool that immobilizes evil. 5. The helmet of salvation. Focus is kept on the higher state of consciousness, which protects from doubt and fear, leading to liberation. 6. Her sword. Esoterically, Athena's sword symbolizes the power of strategic wisdom, the ability to sever illusion. The sword represents disciplined action, using gnosis, direct experience, to cut through chaos, ignorance, or attachment. The sword acts as discernment, the capacity to distinguish between truth and falsehood. Putting on the whole armor of love signifies internal, not external. The battle is not against people, the illusion, but within. The battle of raising the lower states that project delusions and deception. The battle is a daily, intentional aligning with the truth. Meditate, which means have a one-point focus day and night. The armor or love is already provided, but it must be put on voluntarily or worn to activate. Stand firm. The ultimate goal is not just fighting the inner battle, but achieving a state of standing firm with unshakable inner peace and strength. One wearing the full armor of love is protected from the world ego. With Christ's material consciousness, the abode of soul, the only presence, there is victory. Ephesians chapter 10, verse 18. Armor symbolizes strength, power, and high status. Love is the armor that carries deep allegorical meaning, presented as bravery, honor, devotion, and piety. Armor is a metaphor as defense against evil, ego. Athena's wisdom symbols as objects are symbols of the one who fights for truth with accuracy, courage, control, and the subjugation of the mental realm. The helmet, intrepidity, and the need for growth. The breastplate, putting on the full armor leads to equanimity, liberation, and peace, symbolized as the fruits of the olive tree. One can add wisdom and purification insofar as the inner work bears fruit. It is Athena who makes one progress forward on the path of purification. The purity or virginal, so dearly loved by truth, which includes a putting of each thing in its rightful place without undue mixing. By putting on the full armor of love, there is no concern of being incomplete or that something is missing. By putting on the full armor of love, one is strengthened by truth's might. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Be strong in the truth and in the power of love's might means cultivating an inward absolute reliance on the sublime rather than the illusion. This is a call to realize holiness, drawing strength from source in order to overcome the mental, spiritual, and physical challenges. Putting on the full armor of love is the shift from self-reliance to awareness that strength is present within and available for transformation and navigating the pitfalls of self-deceit. One's strength is perfected when recognizing ego as weakness and allowing the strength of truth to materialize. This supernatural power in Greek phrase is endunamio, which means empowering, and kratos, which means dominion or power. Esoterically, this is the activation of the righteous Eris, Avatara, within the constant inward strengthening. The awakened consciousness acts as the prerequisite for putting on the full armor of love, which is about truth, righteousness, and trust as protection against forces that once needed one's compliance. Being strong in truth is passive and implies that this is an ongoing, continuous stance of empowering the inner realm, not a one-time effort. Putting on the full armor of love is about the transposing from fighting for victory to standing in victory, already achieved by truth. So the only presence, so the only presence, so the only presence.